welcome back to Daytime Tri-Cities. We are live here at Olive Oil Divine this morning in Johnson City. And now we've sort of taken you to the back of the store. We are here in what they call the Divine Room, and we're joined by Shirley. Earlier we talked to her husband Greg, and Shirley, thanks for bringing us back to this room.
Well, thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the Divine Room.
The Divine Room has multi-purposes, Amy. We use the Divine Room for parties of 6 or more.
Okay.
And we will do a private tasting. But our Divine Room has a very special meaning to Greg and I. We have our belief that is very strong, and we believe in practicing our belief, and that belief is if we have a customer or a friend that comes in and would like to have just a moment to themselves, because life is stressful at times, this room serves as a de-stress room. It is used for meditation.
Okay.
You may come in here and we have a prayer book that you may write your prayer down, and we also pray over that. We try to pray over that daily, morning, and if we don't do it that morning, we'll do it that evening.
And I see a Bible right over here, so what a nice combination, and,
Yes.
and you're very strong in your beliefs, and what a nice way to do that.
Well, it's also a calming for us, because, you know, we get, as business owners, life gets stressful and hectic, and we need a moment to ourselves. But it feels good to have that customer come in, and you could just tell when they need a moment. And it also needs a moment of encouragement. Everybody needs that.
Everybody does need that. So that's what this room is for. And you're going to actually show us one of the recipes that's very popular using one of my favorites and one of your most popular, and that's the Italian herb.
Yes, Italian herb is also one of my favorites.
So good.
I like to take Italian herb and I'll use it on chicken.
Okay.
I'll use it on wild rice. I'll cook wild rice and I'll take a tablespoon after I put my wild rice on my plate and I'll mix it in and eat it, and it's delicious. It adds a little bit of flavor to that rice. Also, I like to take the Italian herb, and I also have Tuscany red seasoning. And I'd like to thank our house for sharing the recipe, but I've kindly modified that a little bit. I'll take 1 to 2 tablespoons of the Tuscany, and I will put that in a bowl.
Okay.
And then I'll take also a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of the Italian herb.
Ooh, okay.
And I mix them together like I'm doing a bread dipping. But instead of using bread, I also use saltine crackers.
Oh.
So I'll pour that in a bowl.
Okay.
And then I'll just take a basting brush and I'll mix it in.
Great.
As you can tell, it's kind of thick, but it's also very good.
And that would be good. I can see a little piece of bread, which you guys have here, and they're welcome to dip and try.
That's correct. But I like to take the saltine crackers,
Okay.
and I like to just brush the oil with the Tuscany on it. You can dip it, but I think it's a little bit better to brush it on because it doesn't cake it on as bad. And then all I do is set it aside. There's no baking.
Oh, and you're just done from there? You kind of let it sit in a little bit? And you said you were letting people come in and they were sampling a little bit, and this was a big hit.
This was a very big hit.
And we have some that you have already prepared for us that have been sitting for just a little while, and you can see how it dries nicely. All right, well, I'm going to give that a little sample. And then tell me about some of the other products that you have, because we see some of your gourmet food items.
I have some gourmet pasta there. I have a tomato penne, basil penne, and then I have a spicy
nice.
pasta that these are new pastas that we just brought in. And you can use a flavored olive oil, or you could use just a plain olive oil. I took the tomato penne this past weekend, and I did a tailgate party with it. I cooked it. I used some blood orange, and I mixed that blood orange and champagne together, and I added diced tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, and onions. And then I also took the jalapeno lime balsamic that we have, and I mixed it with the blood orange.
And then you made
virgin
chicken wings out of it, right?
Yes, I made a little bit of spicy wings for also the tailgate party.
Oh, nice. And real quickly, up there, you also have some beauty products using some of your oils.
Yes, I do. Those are actually made as I order them. There's a company called Esan, and each one of those have essential oils in them, and they also have olive oil in them.
Ooh,
and it's a very good combination for your face. Olive oil is not only good for the inside of the body, but it's just as good and healthy for the outside.
Wonderful. Well, Shirley, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. Chris, I'm going to have to bring you one of these crackers because we are here, or you can come visit them because they open at 11 o'clock this morning at Olive Oil Divine right on North Roan Street, one of the shops at the Peerless Center. And I tell you what, wonderful, wonderful food. You got to come and do some tasting.